Hey there, welcome. It is the I'm Not So Sure About Medical Marijuana program. I'm Rusty Humphries. That's Dr. James McEntire. And before you get going, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification button. You don't want to miss anything we've got coming up because we're talking about some very important things about medical marijuana in the state of Missouri. And please subscribe to the show and share it with your friends, especially ones that aren't quite so sure if you should be taking medical marijuana. Now, Doc Mac has been a doctor for how long?
30 years.
30 years. You
Yes.
didn't just start.
No.
Okay, and you've been doing this, just medical marijuana, for
A little over 3 years.
Okay, so he's quite an expert in this, and you're a little riled up today.
It's been one of those days. You got to.
I mean, not only did you come 45 minutes late today and have a dog, but something else happened too that's got you kind of upset. What happened?
Oh, I had a patient come in, and they are a husband and wife, and they have a minor child who suffers from epilepsy. Well, the father was doing his transport to a activity and was carrying the child's medicine. The state of Missouri, I just found out, only allows one parent to be a caregiver for a minor patient, which means one parent can legally handle, transport, or carry marijuana. The other one can't.
So the other one, if one's at work and the other one needs to take the kid to a soccer game, they can't.
Not legally, no.
What happens if you get in trouble?
Well, I guess that's what attorneys are for, because in Missouri, an adult can have two caregivers, but apparently only one caregiver for a minor, which doesn't make any sense.
No.
So that's going to need to be changed.
And you found you're a little riled up. Was it just that you found out, or did they get in trouble?
Well, the husband got in trouble, so he's dealing with legal action right now. And
how'd they find the cops pull him over and say, "Hey, you got too much junk"?
I guess he was speeding, and then he was asked about the medicine that was in the vehicle, which was for the minor child.
Mm-hmm.
The wife wasn't in the vehicle, so now they're not in compliance.
Okay, wow. That is a pretty specialized situation,
Yeah,
thankfully. Excuse me. Is it, when you have medical marijuana, you just put it in your car? I got some gummies, for example, and I'm just going to put it in the front seat and just snack on them when I want to, and I'm guessing that's not the way to do it.
Probably not a wise way to travel.
Okay. How do you transport it? And here's another one. I come here to Missouri quite a bit. I go to Arizona quite a bit. So I get my gummies and my weed, and I take it to Arizona with me from Missouri.
That's not a good idea.
No.
You can't leave the state line with medical marijuana from Missouri.
And I guess that's a big deal too, because Kansas is so darn close. Crossing that state line would be illegal too, correct?
Exactly. Yeah, since federally there is a conflict, you can't leave any state, even a legal state, with medical marijuana from that state and cross the state line.
Okay, so that's very, very important and something to keep in mind. You don't want to cross state lines. But if you're within the state, you still don't want to just kind of have everything just laying around in the car, especially if you get caught for speeding.
Correct.
I'm guessing this is what happened to
It's
this
exactly
patient.
what happened.
Uh-huh.
So law enforcement's trained to pick up odors, whether you're intoxicated from one thing or the next, but obviously cannabis does have some odor to it. And if you're carrying especially flower or dried unprocessed cannabis, there's a strong odor to it. And some of the newer transport boxes are smell proof, they're lockable, so you can keep your medicine in there, you close it, you lock it, you secure it, and it cannot be detected by the nose.
Okay, so what is this? This is the Stash Logic, thoughtful, secure, and discreet. Yep. So what does this?
It allows you to organize your cannabis products, to have the moisture level maintained, to have the odor restricted to the contents of this, and you can also keep your patient license up in the top. So if you were forced to display this to someone in law enforcement, first thing when you open it up, you would be able to see your license right there. This is my medicine, this is my license, this is my container, closed, locked. safe for children that might be able to, get access to it. They can't get into it without the lock codes.
Probably a good idea to take this right to the dispensary, fill it up in the dispensary, and take it out, right?
Just carry it right out, put it in your car, and you're ready to drive and be safe.
I do like it's got a sign. It's got, I guess, thinking, thoughtful, lock, no skunk.
Yep, no smell.
No smell.
So there's multiple companies that produce lockable, odor-proof transport devices. These are the ones that we currently have in stock.
And one's not so big. You've got this one that's
they make much bigger. They make backpacks.
Really? Okay.
If you carry a lot of medicine
These
around.
are pretty small.
Yep.
Oh, that's your lock. That's your lock. Okay.
Yep. It's
very easy to do. A little combination on there. So that makes, I like this. I like this. Nobody's going to get into your stuff. No kids are going to accidentally do it.
Nope.
And you're keeping it very legal and very clean.
Yes, it's great.
Any other thoughts about transporting medical marijuana?
Obviously, transporting medical marijuana should be done responsibly, and this is one of many ways to do that. You want to always be able to produce your medical marijuana ID card. You want to have everything in a secure, safe, odor-proof transport device like this. And if you do that, you're going to find yourself interacting with law enforcement as smoothly as possible.
Okay. And I would guess if you got pulled over for a ticket, they would have to have a warrant.
Right, anything
to
that's
look
locked.
into this. Yeah. So you don't have to say, oh, by the way.
No.
Okay.
It would be similar to opening a trunk. They have to have a warrant to search a trunk. So in the cabin space, if this is there, it can't be opened without significant due diligence by law enforcement.
Okay, I'd probably suggest you put this in the trunk too.
It'd be an excellent idea, yes.
Yeah. All right, well, this is a great idea. If you'd like to find out more, the website for the dispensary is?
ReLeafMo.com.
ReLeafMo.com. And your website, if you'd like to get a medical marijuana card or find out more about dosing and other questions.
Being a caregiver, being a parent of a minor child, we do complex certifications of all types, so we can help them out at thegreenpotclinic.com.
That is a different certification, right? If you're going to be a caregiver for somebody, what's different about that?
Being a caregiver means that you can purchase, transport, handle, and administer marijuana for someone else.
Okay.
And so it's specialized. You don't even have to consume marijuana products yourself, and you can be a caregiver for someone else.
Can I be a caregiver for 50 people?
No, you can be a caregiver for 3 people.
That's the most.
Yep, that's the maximum.
All right. Please subscribe to the program and share this with your friends that aren't quite so sure about medical marijuana. This is also great information for people that are into it. Did you know the legal ramifications of transporting in Missouri? I didn't, and maybe your friends should know it as well. So hit the subscribe button, like it, share it. We sure appreciate it. These are hard shows to get out because places like Facebook and YouTube don't really like people talking about cannabis on their platforms. So the more you share it, the more information and the more you can help us get that information out. We appreciate you, okay? One more time on the websites.
ReLeafMo.com and thegreenpotclinic.com.
Until next time, I'm Rusty Humphries. He's Dr. James McEntire, Doc Mac, and thanks for being here on the So I'm Not So Sure About Medical Marijuana show.